Welcome in, welcome in. This is the place for the people who lead, for the people who build. From city halls to the block, from the huddle to the stage. We talk politics, we talk power moves, we talk community first and what the numbers prove. If it moves the world, if it shakes the room, if it changes the game, you know what to do. The Game Changers Podcast. Say it loud, say it now. The Game Changers Podcast. We bring the
Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Game Changers Podcast. Today, we about to be getting into Bam Adebayo and him socking out Tyler Herro, man. That was seemed pretty crazy. And we got some other NBA news, summer league, and just rumors that's going around the league. But yeah, let's get into this Tyler Herro and Bam Adebayo. Tyler Herro had basically had a back and forth with a fan online. He had a couple tweets or whatnot. They had got out to the public, and in Vegas during the summer league, Bam approached him, and I guess what had happened was, Bam had socked him up a little bit. So I guess Tyler Herro was
talking that shit. You want to talk that shit, you got to be ready to stand behind it, especially reacting to a fan. And you said it in the pre-show, no. Reacting to a fan, that's what fans gonna do, trying to push your buttons, trying to get you to say something newsworthy. And you fell right into it, and Bam came and checked that shit.
Yeah. Like Pimp C said, one of the classic lines from Pimp C said, people like to talk stuff in a safe place. That's where Tyler Herro felt he was safe behind them keyboards and that phone typing on social media. He felt that was never gonna come back to him, but I guess Bam had other plans. And for you to let a fan get in your DMs, because this is the thing, if you are a sports player in today's day and age, we know social media, fans are coming right at you on social media. They're gonna DM you. They're going to be in your comments if you post something. They're going to be at you day in and day out.
Oh, this is the worst era of fans, bro. This is the worst era of fans. But go ahead.
Yeah, because you got total access to people through social media. So, but the thing is, I know y'all been trained. Bam didn't need to snap off like that. He felt like he needed to do what he needed to do to protect his name. But once again, on Tyler's side, you don't need to be trying to fall into what fans are saying or doing, because that's not going to get you anywhere with other players and really with other organizations, because you just looking like you run your mouth. We done seen what that did with KD this year with his burner accounts. His burner accounts got leaked, and now a lot of people are looking at him funny style in the league because
his reputation shot.
Yeah.
Oh, back to what?
Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say, like Noam said, what Pimp C said, people told stuff in, in safe places though. Hey, I did do a reaction to that song with UGK, that Diamonds and Wood. But back to Tyler Herro. Now Tyler Herro, like y'all said, he need to stay offline, and he ain't gotta be responding to what these fans talking about. If you thought it, then dog, just keep it to yourself. Especially if you ain't gonna back up what you got to say about him and stuff like that, though. But partially, he probably was mad that he got traded anyway. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, that's what it really is. He didn't want to leave Miami, and I think that was the main thing about all of it. And I think
he was a better piece.
Yeah, and I think Pat Riley, just that whole culture down there in Miami. We've talked about it off the show. Over the last week or so, I think we had talked about how Miami got that culture that is real, just like an in-house strict. They don't care what your name is or who you are. When you come to play in Miami, you got to go by their rules a lot of the time. And that was what LeBron had an issue there. Other players have had issues there. Obviously, Michael Beasley and just other people in the past. If you're not really cool with Pat Riley and their whole staff down there, you get thrown out of there pretty easily, or they turn their back on you pretty fast. So,
I don't think that's what happened in this situation. It's where
it didn't. But I'm just bringing the point up that I think I'm bringing a point up that I think Bam is just real cool within that culture of that team. Not just
Oh,
because
he's
I think that's what it has more to do. So he's just more cool with Pat than a lot of these other players that are coming through there. Yeah.
And that's a good point because other players who came through there have called that out. Jimmy Butler had something to say about them favoring Bam over him, which he was so-called the number one, right? But he was more expendable than Bam because Bam, like you said, he's more assimilated into the Heat culture and he's kind of, the chosen guy. Tyler Herro, this is a business. If we got a shot, if we have an opportunity to get Giannis and put him with, of course, Pat Riley been trying to get Giannis for 2-3 years. And if you're trying to put Giannis with either Tyler Herro or Bam, which one you picking? So at the end of the day, it's a business, and they feel like they can find another shooter. Can they find another Bam? I don't know. I don't think Bam is the best player, but I see where they're thinking he's a building block for the future of what the Heat trying to do. So that's where I think it landed. And Tyler Herro just a little salty.
Yes, man.
I think they're gonna try Bam and Giannis, but if they feel like that is not working with both of them, Bam will be the first one to go. You know what I'm saying?
Well, both of these guys got long-term contracts. They should be locked in for at least the next about 3 years, I would say. Giannis is actively trying to recruit LeBron some kind of way. I don't even know how that would even, work. But Giannis trying to get LeBron down there, just like every team probably trying to get LeBron at this point. But Bam being the chosen one, do you think they made the right choice to kind of put the Miami Heat put their support behind Bam as opposed to the other guys who they shipped out? They also shipped out Jaime Jaquez, who was drafted to the Heat. A couple other guys that were just expendable. But was Bam the right choice?
I mean, worry about Bam for this situation, I think. Yeah. Go ahead, my bad, Papa. Go ahead.
Just a whole lot less controversy. When it came down to all the rest of them, like I wouldn't say big name players, but with Jimmy B, just a lot of controversy came behind him with his antics, his nail polish, his chosen hairstyle, and him being outspoken. Bam is a yes man. He quiet. He ain't gonna say much. He gonna go with the flow. So
let's remember, Jimmy Butler had a controversy during the bubble where he supposed to been knocking down one of the reporters in the room. They said it was loud. Everybody heard it in the hallway, everything. So remember that.
Exactly. Bam is yes man. He ain't gonna say too much. He gonna go with the program, whatever they want. He gonna do.
Is he a yes man? But his wife, his girl, his fiance is the WNBA MVP 2-time, 3-time, or whatever she is. But she's one of the highest paid female athletes. So he kind of just more safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's controversial.
I think he's the company guy in Miami, and that's who they want to roll with, and I think that's who they need to roll with. You got to center your team around stars and then build out from that, and they went and got Giannis to team up with him, and they're trying to figure it out after that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, but back to the punch and all that and everything with Tyler Herro and everything, like it probably just wasn't in a sense of Bam doing. Once again, it probably wasn't the smartest thing for him to do because, like we were talking off the show, what if Tyler Herro want to sue him? I mean, he could
Tyler Herro should sue.
He could get to that point, and then now you standing in a courtroom, 2 NBA players, and you mad because you are getting sued, but bro, you ain't looking professional by going up and letting something that he said on the internet bother you. Yeah. So it could go left. So you gotta just think about the position you're in. Like, you don't need to worry about what he got going on. Like, I feel that you trying to protect your name and all of that, but just be smart, bro, because he literally could be like, yeah, okay, you want to put your hands on me, I'm taking you to court.
I get it. I get it from Bam front. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gotta start doing. Let's start talking shit, punching them motherfuckers out. But I ain't no NBA player. I ain't got millions of dollars on the line.
But why the guy that he texting leaking the info and stuff. If he said this in the DM, you know what I'm saying?
Because it's money for everybody, Nick. Like, he's trying to get paid too.
Somebody said the N word, ain't
He want to get paid.
it? Somebody.
Can we remember?
Well,
Can we remember?
Well, that's not a reporter or anything. That's a fan.
Exactly. Why you talking to a fan?
Yeah, exactly. Though, but who?
Nah,
black
I
is-
mean,
well,
I
I know
was
he
answering
ain't
why
black.
I got put out. Like you really can't put no faith in no fan. Look at Kevin Durant and how his stuff get out. Like those be coming from fans. Those don't be coming from reporters.
Yep. I
And
mean,
we
that's
also had a similar situation with another player punching his teammate, which Draymond Green punched what the boy name?
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole. He punched Jordan Poole all the way to Washington. We ain't heard from Jordan Poole since. So
But he ain't in
Bam
Washington.
might have.
no
He not in Washington? Where he
more.
went?
He punched him out of Washington. Shoot, I don't
No,
know.
he down in New Orleans. I think.
New Orleans. He sure did. He got traded for CJ McCollum, didn't he? Yeah, but with that, you know, that was Jordan Poole getting paid. He got paid after his championship, but relevancy in the league, he kind of fell out of it after that. You know what I mean? So with that being said, Tyler Herro going to Milwaukee to be the guy. Man, we ain't gonna hear from Tyler Herro till another star show up in Milwaukee.
Pretty much.
Because nah. But I'm with you with that. Bam gotta control his emotion, bro. You got one of the baddest chicks. She an athlete, one of the highest paid athletes, Asia Wilson. I don't know if you put a baby in her yet, but that's what you need to be focused on. You need to be focused on putting a baby in her motherfucking ass, bro. Fuck that.
Yeah, I see this conversation has steered, y'all.
Well,
I'm just my bad.
From
Go ahead.
basketball to
my take on the Bam situation, I think he did it out of disloyalty. You know, ain't nobody just about to do that, you know, just off a motherfucker just talking. I actually think that Bam thought that him and Tyler Herro was better than that. You know, had a better relationship. For you to be doing that behind my back, that's disloyalty. So, you know, that can go to another level. But as far as Tyler Herro getting mad, I don't understand because Bam didn't trade you. The fucking Miami Heat traded you. Bam had nothing to do with that. Did no report come out saying Bam agreed to it or nothing. It had like y'all said, like people really have to put themselves in, you know, up in these team shoes. We can get Giannis. If you was to ask me, I'd trade Bam or Tyler Herro. One of you motherfuckers gotta go. I don't care who goes.
Facts.
I don't care who. One of y'all gotta go if I'm getting Giannis. So I mean, they're just common sense. Like you getting mad, you know, talking to a fan, not a reporter, a fan, about a player that you play with.
It's a similar situation, Trey. My bad. It's a similar situation to what Noam said. One of y'all brought up KD. KD let the media get in his head and let him fuck up the rest of his little title run. Cause he could have sat there and Golden State and won how many titles? But he let the media and all the talk get in his head, just like this same situation with Tyler Herro. And I know you saying that this is just a fan. This ain't even the media really getting at you real heavy about this. It's a fan, and you just thought that it would be private, I guess. I guess you thought it would be private.
But that goes back to self-awareness. Bro, you know, you an NBA player making millions of dollars, and you are sitting there literally DMing with a fan. What did you think he was going to do with that? You wanted that information to get out. You just didn't expect to be punched in the mouth. He wanted it out.
I think he got punched in the eye. I think he had a little black eye too at the press conference. I think he got punched in the eye.
He punched in the
I gotta
face.
go see the video of that. But I tell you what, all NBA players, you want to talk to a fan, go and hit me up. I ain't gonna put your business out there.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna
I
tell
ain't
you.
gonna put your business out there because I want to talk about some players. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll get some insight, and we're gonna keep your secret safe.
You know,
I'm not.
Yeah, man.
That's on the mayor office. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
People ready to pay me
We
because I got some information.
I ain't gonna use your real name. I ain't gonna use your name or nothing like that. But I'm gonna make a report. You know, but I ain't gonna use your real name. But anyway, know your team. So just hit me up, Nick Man TV.
Miami Heat, hey, Miami Heat gonna have to do something about it. Do Miami Heat need to suspend Bam after punching Tyler Herro?
No. Man, this in the summer. They ain't playing right now. No.
Yes.
Something has to be done about it.
Not like
Something got to be done, Nick.
Listen, I'm not saying Bam is right or I'm not saying Bam is wrong. But according to NBA guidelines, he have to be suspended. He got to.
Thank you.
Like I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, he did the right thing, he did the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? If it was me, like y'all said, it's the summer, shit, Tyler Herro ain't on my team no more. Like I turn a blind eye to it. I don't think what happened to Draymond.
Nothing. Did nothing happen to Draymond, did it?
I
don't think so. I don't remember, and he was at practice.
think he got a little fine, maybe. He
got fined. He ain't get suspended.
And he was at practice. So now, you know, like I think that he have to do something. It might be a fine. It may be a fine, but I've been hearing suspension.
Okay, let me ask you all this then. So where did this happen at? How did he get to be in his presence so fast?
It happened in the summer league.
Oh, so they were both at the summer league?
Yeah, because
reportedly
it's a video
in a hotel room. It reportedly happened in the hotel room during summer league where Bam confronted Tyler Herro. Now, if y'all talking about a video, I ain't heard nothing about a video. Tell me more.
I ain't seen no video. I only been seeing little clips of everybody like kind of heckling Tyler Herro. It's a video.
I saw that.
Video of Davion Mitchell. It's a video of Davion Mitchell standing at the baseline and Tyler Herro at the game, and you know, Davion like kind of like stand down there like, shit, you gonna do something. Tyler Herro didn't even look his way. So, you know, the Heat got to do something. They got to.
And one other thing you just brought up, you saying that by NBA rules that they should do something, right? Didn't Jordan still on Steve Kerr? Did he get suspended? No, he didn't.
Way back in the 90s. It
don't matter when it happened. It don't matter. It's a precedent. It's a precedent. Draymond didn't get fined. I mean, Draymond didn't get suspended. Jordan didn't get suspended. That's a precedent.
And I guess it goes by the team too. It's according to the team. So
that's true because we didn't see that video of Draymond. I mean, Jordan. We didn't. If we would have saw that video, it would have been a bigger deal. Somebody leaked that video for Draymond.
Hey, and that's another thing that we didn't think about. Like, it ain't no video of Bam doing this. It's only reports.
Exactly.
It might not be.
And it don't need to be.
No,
It's
true. For sure it's true. That man
Tyler Herro got a little black eye, bro.
Yeah, he ain't gonna show up like that, man. I'm for sure it's true. I'm just saying, like, can't nobody just. You can't make it worse. I feel like if it was just reported that Draymond Green hit, Poole, I think it wouldn't be such a big deal as the video came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were actually able to see Draymond.
They replayed it and replayed.
Yeah, we were able to see Draymond, you know what I'm saying, walk up to Jordan Poole and actually hit him. Like that was a bad look for Draymond. We don't see this video. We don't know if Tyler Herro said something to Bam. We don't know how none of this went to have, for Bam to reenact like that. So it is a good thing that the video's not out. Like, I hope the video don't come out because that would make the situation worse.
There's one comment. You better believe it. All these cameras everywhere, somebody got a video for something. They just waiting on the right person to offer them the right amount of money for this coming out. I got the video. So whoever's willing to pay me, I got it. And I'll put it out. But, I don't know, man. Bam, I kind of get where he's coming from, but I ain't got that type of money that Bam got. You know why we say he mad that he always started talking. in their mouth.
But I mean, the worst thing he gonna do is get a fine. You know what I'm saying? So by the NBA, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I think. I don't think a suspension going to happen.
We got
It's in
the
the
David
summer league.
Mitchell, yeah.
There go Davion Mitchell right there.
Yeah, they go Hero with the Bucks hat on, trying to get his
I'll
attention.
look that way. He won't pay no attention to that. Yeah, he gonna get trolled, boy. He gonna do a lot of that coming. He might as well get ready.
Davion Mitchell is the point guard that played for the Miami Heat. If y'all out there didn't know, you know. So
moving on, did y'all hear about who was the guy who said the move for LeBron is basically done to the Cavaliers? LeBron going back home is already done, basically.
Yeah, I seen Say Cheese had put it on their X account that it was pretty much a done deal. I know we were saying that how is it that he's going to be able to go there if they don't move Harden and this, that? So it's still some speculation with that because they got some big names over there. And I know Donovan Mitchell did just get paid as well. So it's kind of like, you know, how is this actually going to transpire?
So
well, Harden not signing his player option gives an opening way for whatever LeBron want to sign for, and then they can also go back and sign Harden for something else, though. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think the move is here. You know what I mean?
the thing. Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
The thing with LeBron, y'all, LeBron can go to any 32 teams, no matter what money they have, who they re-sign. LeBron can go to any team. He is willing to accept the vet minimum, which is $5 million. LeBron can go anywhere. So with Donovan Mitchell re-signing, even if James Harden re-sign, it don't take nothing away from LeBron because LeBron is signed for vet minimum.
I thought it was 15.
But I do believe
I was hearing 15.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say, Nick. With Harden opening up that little space, it opened up an extra little $10 million for LeBron to sign that next level, where $15 million deal, which it ain't a big deal to him because he used to making 50. But yeah, they had a little bit of space for him, like you said. Go ahead.
Yeah. That's all I was gonna say too. That I heard 15.
Okay, so what is this a good move? Because again, we listening to we on watch for LeBron. LeBron came into somewhere. Was that Akron? I think Noam brought it up where he came into the party dancing and kind of throwing these subliminals, saying, you know, being in the area and people saying, "Oh, he's coming back home. He's coming back home. It's already done." What do we think about that? Is that?
I mean, that's by design. That's premeditated, you know what I'm saying? Just by knowing how LeBron, well, I don't know LeBron, but watching his NBA career moves and things like that, you know what I'm saying? So he always gives subliminal shots, like you said, and try to throw hints at things where he might be doing next, So he have been riding around Akron. There was one video earlier, like last month or so, and then the vacation with the 2016 championship squad. And then, the dancing at the club and things like that, enjoying himself. So to me, I think that's like the hint, they're going to say, hey, I'm going back home because like Trey said, he can go to all 32 teams if he want to. They'll accept him. But some of them teams ain't even in the running suit, you know what I'm saying? Now 76 has been pushed up to the top along with the Cavs, but are you going to the 76ers for one last little run? Is it going to be about a championship, or just go ahead and end it where your legacy began at?
Freaking the GM for the Sixers, Bob Myers. I don't know if he's the GM. I think he's the vice president. But he went on Maverick Carter and Max Kellerman's show, basically appealing to, kind of try to recruit LeBron to Philly. Everybody even Jaylen Brown. We saw him on the stream with I Show Speed. He trying to recruit LeBron to Philly, telling him.
You gotta tell LeBron, you gotta
LeBron, pull up to Philly. Think about it. LeBron, Jaylen Brown, PJ 13.
He's gone.
He's gone?
He's gone, bro.
He's gone?
Well, you can't even
You
ask
gonna ask me, he don't even know shit about
You don't even
basketball.
know.
That
Exactly.
boy a soccer player. He don't know shit about basketball.
LeBron definitely ain't coming in now. He don't even know who all on the 6th team. He don't have PG 30. Man, nigga, Jaylen Brown standing there like, I'm the one they traded him for.
He
What the
didn't say
word you
PG,
talking
he
about?
said PJ. That nigga said PJ 13.
It's even worse. He don't even know the man's name.
Boy, funny. And like you said, I show speed, he a soccer guy, so he don't know. He just ad-libbing.
But back on the LeBron going to Cleveland, going to Akron and all that, just to say he was there for the St. Vincent St. Mary's reunion with all his high school guys. So it played in well with him going back to Cleveland that they already had a reunion set up. Who knows how long ago that was? They could have just got on the phone with each other and like, we're gonna do a reunion because Bron coming back to the Cavs, so let's put it together real quick. It could have been one of them, but I'm pretty sure it was already set up for them to do something at that time. It's just working out that Bron is speculated to go back to Cleveland, so it's all kind of like working together, but to me, nothing else makes sense. I mean, just go play you a year. Do your last year in Cleveland, bro. Stop trying to stretch this out. You've done what you needed to do. I know Bron still feels like he needs more rings. At the end of the day, that's what he's gonna want because he wants to be looked at as the best. Even though he's been to 10 finals, he hasn't won more than Jordan. He hasn't won more than Kobe. He tied with Steph, and he's tied with other players, and that's always gonna be held over his head. And Bron is a numbers guy. We could say wherever we want to say, but Bron's about them stats. He's padding them stats. He's getting them stats up there to where he has them because he wants to be in NBA history as untouchable in the majority of these stats. And if he can add another ring to his roster, he's going to want to do that. That's why he's still sticking around. That's the clear reason why he's still sticking around. Is he wants to add more hardware, he wants to get more rings on those fingers. Because I'm pretty sure that makes him unsettled that night. That he, a lot of those finals he got to, he wasn't.
So where do you see the best fit for him now?
Well, I mean, for him to win a championship, he's obviously going to have to go somewhere where people are gonna make him feel like, he's gonna be he's gonna have to pull like a KD move, man.
Golden State.
He's gonna have to pull the move where
I ain't gonna say Golden State. Golden State won't be the Golden State won't be the I mean, that'll be a great thing to him go to Golden State though. I mean, they'll work good together, but if it's really about champion, if he gonna go somewhere where he gotta win a ring, shit, man, he might well take the easy route and go to San Antonio, probably. You know what I'm saying? Or
come on to San Antonio, boy.
Or OKC. You know what I'm saying? If he want to stay in the West.
Come on to San Antonio.
But if he want to go east, do I believe he can help the Cavs? I think he can with the core that they got. They probably could with the pieces they got. You know what I'm saying? They probably could challenge the Knicks or whoever else in the East, because the East is least. But I don't think this would be LeBron last year coming down to it. I think they're going to have a good season, and he's going to do one more after this year.
Bro, I see him going to Golden State. All three of them winning their fifth ring and retire.
You think he can win with Golden State? Golden State ain't even got that good enough team to win.
Yeah, I don't see Golden State because Golden State really don't have a complete roster. Now, if AD would have got traded there, I can see that. Now, I would have gave them the upper hand if they would have got AD. But with just LeBron, Steph, Draymond, Porzingis, and fucking Jimmy Butler whenever he get back, that ain't gonna win you shit, bro. So if I'm LeBron, I'm looking at the most complete team. I'm talking about traditional complete team. There's point guard, shooting guard, two bigs, and a couple bench players. That's Cleveland. Yeah, it's
Okay,
too many.
okay,
It's too
Trey.
many. It's too many. It's too many questions that can happen with Philly. For one, that's not your hometown. That's not your home city. Your home city. He gonna get a lot of scrutiny for even going to Philly, and he don't win. He gonna get scrutinized for that. And then we got to think about if Joel Embiid don't be healthy, they put more on LeBron plate. LeBron say he want to have fun, and I'm sure he just want to be one of them wrong players that just do it all, like, switch arm at night. He just want to just go play basketball. That's all he want to do.
Nah, he
That's
won't
with
do
the
that
that's
now.
with the Cavs. That
Okay.
we got to think of certain situations. Like even if Jared Allen get injured or go out, you still got Evan Mobley. Something happen to Evan Mobley. You can bring Jordan Tyson off the bench. Like they have a fully loaded squad. They literally only missing LeBron.
Okay, but here's a scenario that I saw on the internet, of course. It's a little, you might chuckle when you hear it. But the word is that LeBron coming back to Cleveland and bringing Bronny and Draymond with him. Which is...
Draymond's situation can happen because he did decline his option with Golden State. Now, the Cavs did say that they will try to get Bronny from the Lakers too. So
okay, but will Draymond leave Steph, Nick? Will Draymond literally reasonably leave Steph Curry, his running mate, his whole career?
I'll tell you what, he ain't. I don't know what they doing behind the scenes, but he haven't picked up that pen yet to sign the contract to stay in Golden State. So I don't know what he'll do.
My only issue with that is what do Draymond brings? Like what helps? What do Draymond do that really helps LeBron? They both in their 30s. Some people might say Draymond is a better defensive player than LeBron right now. But if you ask me, I think they on the same grade scale. So I don't see Draymond is not an offensive threat. Draymond, he just pretty much
undersized.
IQ. And he undersized. Like it don't even make sense for LeBron to even bring Draymond. Like I can see Bronny. I can see that. But Draymond, if anything, you should try to find another free agent instead of Draymond. Draymond don't bring nothing. You got Evan Mobley. That's what Evan Mobley do.
And that's what I'm saying. If you get Draymond, that means one of them big boys gone. But just to give you,
he ain't coming off no bench.
Just to give you a little context, this is from somebody, Caroline's Cupcakes. They made a post saying, hey, guys, I got it on good authority that not only is LeBron coming back to Cleveland, but he's bringing Bronny and Draymond with him. If you don't believe me, you can Google Caroline's Cupcakes plus LeBron to check out my credentials. This ain't my first rodeo. If you know, you know. So whoever that is saying they got some insight. So
shoot, I do too. I got some insights too. Look. I know where LeBron going. I know. He's going back home.
That's what they say. Done deal.
From a live source. I got a good source up there in Cleveland that's connected with LeBron now. And hey, going back home. He getting his old house.
Okay, but so what do we say about LeBron wanting to play with Tyrese Maxey? He cool. He's super cool with Tyrese Maxey. He's super cool with Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is actively trying to recruit him. Steph Curry trying to recruit him for sure. Who knows who else in his inbox or whatever. But he definitely have said that he wanted to play with Steph Curry. He definitely have said he wanted to play with Maxey. So do those relationships mean anything, or he just going back home? You just feel like the home aspect of it makes more sense than it just.
For me, he needs to just go back to Cleveland, man. One more year and head on out, man.
Yeah, get that family.
Why are you trying to do anything else? You don't have nothing else to prove. You still the GOAT, and a lot of NBA fans are. You're going to have a lot of people who don't think you are the GOAT as well. You're going to have a good portion of people who don't think so. The same conversation is going to be had whether you get another ring or you don't.
Facts.
I
I'm
think,
with you on that. Facts.
you don't need to add any more to the legacy of LeBron James. You played with your son. Nobody else has ever done that ever. You've had your tour around the NBA. I think
Iconic moments in his career. He had all that. Like you said, he did everything he's gonna do. And even if you do get another championship, bro, they gonna scrutinize you for it either way. Either way, wherever you go back, they gonna say, "Oh, well, he had to go back here. Oh, he didn't do it. He only got one in LA." Like it's always gonna be that conversation. So I'm with you now. Go on, ride out on the top, man. I know you can still play another 2 years, like Nick said. Nick said he might play another 2 years, but at this point, you really not adding anything to your legacy, and we know that you all about legacy. So,
end it in Cleveland and go off and be the billionaire businessman that you really want to be.
It's only one thing. It's only one thing that I can see that him still doing that can finish his legacy, and that's him playing with Bryce. That's it. That's the only
man, Bryson might not even make it. Like, what the fuck is we talking about?
I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt because everybody said that about Bronny. Like everybody said Bronny wasn't gonna make it. You can't put nothing past LeBron, and I'm just putting like shit. If we gonna add LeBron coming back for one more year, I do feel like he'll only come back one more year to play with Bryce.
I hear you. That would be another iconic thing. But one other thing I want to make sure I say, Draymond, don't let LeBron try to say LeBron fuck up your shit, bro. You already cemented. You cemented in Golden State. If Draymond retired today, he going in the Hall of Fame for sure. Four championships, and you got a city who always gonna honor you. You know what I'm saying? Just like we talking about with Jalen Brunson, he gonna be good in New York forever now, right? Draymond good in Oakland, good in that city forever.
San Francisco.
San Francisco. No, they moved to Oakland then.
No, they went from Oakland to San Francisco.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yep, sure did. So yeah, with that being said, bro, you already cemented. Don't run chasing behind LeBron trying to be bro. So that's one thing I just want to say. Don't mess up your shit, Draymond, because you and Steph Curry came in together. Y'all need to go out together. Let's keep it like that.
Ain't nobody gonna get you but those Bronny fans. I damn sure.
Yeah, so Meal Top Cheese, I'm gonna give you the first crack at. My bad. You want to finish? Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Okay, I want to give you the first crack at the next topic of Jaylen Brown. You know, we kind of saw that. We talked about this last week where Jaylen Brown too smart and he's dangerous to what the NBA want from, the players or whatnot. And he too socially active and this and that. So Jaylen Brown came out with a story talking about how during the draft process that he didn't use a typical agent. He went and researched and he listened to all their pitches and whatnot, but he heard that the Players Association give you all that and they help you make decisions like that, and they give you access to lawyers and private investigators and everything. So Jaylen Brown said that he chose to not have an agent and say that, look, 4% is the standard agent rate. And he said, over the course of how many years, 4% could be a lot of money. So he said he made the decision to use the Players Association, and we know he did sign one of the most lucrative deals in NBA history with his $300 million contract right before Tatum. So is that, well, obviously that is one of the reasons, but just speak on more about that, where that's another reason the NBA just don't like this dude.
So, but what is wrong with that? What is wrong with a player protecting your investment? What is wrong with a player that is using something that was put in place for players? So, what's so bad about him doing that? But that's the reason why y'all don't like a player, because he was smart enough to go behind and use something that is put in place for players to use. But because the NBA players, they pay a percentage into the Players Association?
Yep.
So he's already paying for it. So why pay another agent to do something that they can do anyway?
And I don't think I heard any other player break that down like that, though. Nobody else is thinking that. Out of all these years, all these this is why they did not want to let Rich Paul in the game as an agent. Remember, they tried to come up with a different requirement for agents when it's been running this way the whole time. But soon as black man get in there and start kind of changing the culture of things and having these guys think a different way, because I think Jaylen Brown probably one of the first guys to think this way in the NBA and kind of like make it known. So it's the exact reason they didn't want to let you niggas in as agents.
Yeah.
Right? I don't blame that man. He did the right thing. And who's gonna stop him? It's done. Now, but see, that's the problem with that is they worried about all the rest of these players when they come up to free agents doing the same thing. And now the Players Association is making that money that an agent would.
Yeah, I mean, it's just keeping yourself educated in the game, and a lot of times players just don't come in with that side of the game. I think they're gonna a lot more coming in with that because of NIL, signing contracts in college. AJ Abasa, I mean, he came in like that. His dad, I think, pretty much was his agent, but they basically did most of their business by themselves. So you're gonna start seeing more kids come into the league with more knowledge of their contracts, more knowledge of the resources that they have available, and they don't have to just go out and spend to be able to obtain these certain resources. And just Jaylen Brown, he just understands that. A lot of times we get told things, especially as black men, that we need to go do these things or certain things, and we just jump on them because we're not educated about them. But if we was educated about it, we wouldn't just jump on the first pony. We would be like, okay, hold on, let me see what's going on here. And this is what he did. He evaluated the situation, and I think that's what everybody needs to learn going into these sports organizations. Evaluate the situation, because you are just an asset to that organization. And then as soon as you get hurt, you become a liability to them. So, or you get in trouble, or whatever the case may be. So, young players just got to learn from Jaylen Brown, man. Understand you're an asset, and in order for you to maximize your potential and maximize your earnings, you got to learn to do these type of things, so you're not stuck in certain situations like a lot of past NBA players have been stuck in because they didn't really educate themselves on the business.
That's a good point. But so in the near future, I guess we can see the rest of these players doing the same thing, and the owners, they ain't gonna be too happy about it. This is the main reason.
Yes, sir.
This is the main reason why they want him out of the house. Also, don't want no educated nigga.
That's for sure. Hey, but
Yes.
we was talking about this new class of meritocracy coming up, and these are the exact guys who, are going to be looking at Jaylen Brown as an example of how to, go through their career and negotiate these contracts. And also, let's remember that these guys coming into the league, this ain't their first time dealing with contracts. They already were dealing with contracts with the NILs and all that. So this is a whole new era of basketball, for real. But these got the new number one picks. I mean, not number one picks, the top draft picks from 2026. And we talked about them earlier, Noam. You were talking about the Summer League and how it's really showing that these guys are really skilled. They're ahead of where we thought they were at the time.
Yeah.
So,
Peterson's been doing this thing. He's been looking real good over there at Utah. His idol is Kobe. So he really look up at Kobe. He got that mama mentality. You could see it in his game. And I think a lot of these guys' games transition better to the NBA. I really do. In college, you see they got to play within that system within college, and it works. They still look like great players, but they don't thrive in a certain in that certain college environment all the time. And then the way you got to play the game is just a different style of the way you play the game. Where the NBA is more open, it's more free, and you see these guys' skill sets. You can see it a lot more in these summer leagues. The floor is opened up. They're doing a lot more. like I said, Peterson, he's taking over that Mamba mentality from Kobe. We'll see how he ends up doing, but he's looking good. I like the AJ DeBonsta. He's looking good. Some people have been comparing him to T-Mac. I've seen some moves that's kind of reminiscent of that, but you could see the NBA game is more his style. I've been liking the way that he's just been playing his offensive game. And Darius Acuff, I've been liking him. I think he's like a mix between like an AI and a Stephon Marbury, the way he shoots the ball, the way he gets to the
definitely
rim.
got a football build. Yep, Stephon Marbury. I think that's the right on comparison for real. That boy tough.
Yeah, and then Caleb Wilson, he shined just here yesterday or 2 days ago, in his opening game. He had yeah.
My bad. But that boy shocked me, no. He didn't show any of this at North Carolina. And you talked about how he felt disrespected by going, what, did he go number 4 in the draft?
Yeah. I don't know if he was all the way disrespected, but man, the way, and then we talked about this on the show when we brought him up before, talking about the draft, he felt during the McDonald's All-American game and all through his career, he was basically undermined by the coaches, by other players. So he's had this chip on his shoulder. So, this quote right here, him getting ready to eat, him being just real anxious to get on the court is because he has this chip on his shoulder, man. This dude really feels he's the next one up, and he's still not the one being talked about. So hopefully this just brings more fire to his game, and it does make this class one of the best classes we've seen in NBA history because, coming off this season that we just had in the NBA, this is one of the best NBA seasons in a long time. And it's been all this excitement going on, and now we got this great draft class. It's like, man, October can't come by any faster.
Two straight great draft classes because we're looking at that draft class in 2025. All them boys balled out. Every single one of them. And then this year is looking promising, like you said. All these guys looking like stars, bro. Everybody looking like the real deal. These guys are we always looking for a bust. It don't look like a bust in this draft class because we didn't see any of these guys handle the ball like they are now. And that goes to your point about it being a different game, more free flowing in the NBA, and you're able to get AJ DeBonsta with the ball in his hand in the middle of the court, be able to really show his whole package. We didn't see Caleb Wilson have the ball in his hand like this at all in college. I didn't see him. I thought he was more so of a finisher type guy. Man, he's shooting that thing. That man, he definitely didn't get the opportunity he deserved in college because I didn't see him do any of this. I didn't know he could do this.
Yeah, they definitely had to play within that system more so in college, and they're kind of playing within whatever the coach wants them to do. And not saying they're not doing that in the NBA, but the NBA more isolation ball, more just get down the floor and see what you could do type basketball. And a lot of these guys are made for that kind of basketball. So you're just seeing that in this summer league, man. I've seen a lot of.
Forget too, this is the summer league, and they are still playing against majority of the players that they played against in college. So how does that translate when they start playing bigger, stronger NBA players?
Well, you got a lot of G League players mixed in there. You got a lot of Euro players trying to get into the NBA. So
I know that, but I'm saying
no, you're right. I'm not going against what you're saying. You're right.
So,
it's not the top level talent. It's definitely not yet. But it's an indicator. I'm just saying it's an indicator that these guys, are because we've seen other stars have a tough time in summer league.
Yeah,
we've seen guys kind of look like busts in the summer league. So it ain't just automatic that you're just gonna go out there and dominate during the summer league.
No, it's not. It's not. It's just once again, like you said, boss man, it's just an indicator of what we hopefully will see going into the season, and when these guys actually get on the floor, and let's see if that 82 game season they actually become what we think they can become by seeing the flashes of them here in this summer league. But we know that's not a guarantee. We got to stay healthy, got to work within the system with those players that you are going to be playing with. A lot of things have to go right for you because you can land somewhere and be a great player, but you know, you never get with the right players, you never get with the right system from a coach, and you know, 2-3 years down the line, you just become you might find yourself out the league. But with these guys, I don't see that. I see a lot of great potential from them, and I see a entertaining NBA going forward, where we actually want to tune into these games, maybe during the seasons, not just during the playoffs. I know here on this panel, I mean, most of us say, you know, we tune in when those playoffs come around, more
After
so than the
Christmas,
season.
after Christmas, a little bit after Christmas, really
You know?
tuned in. But yeah, that's when the most ratings come out for the NBA is during the playoffs. But a big thing about that is a lot of in recent times, a lot of rookies don't make it to the playoffs. But this is why I believe these guys, because we saw the number 2 pick in the finals having a big role in the finals too, Dylan Harper. So the Wizards looking way better than we ever seen them before. Well, since we've seen them recently, the Jazz are looking like they building something. They got a lot of draft capital from Walker Kessler deal and all that. Memphis Grizzlies got a lot of draft capital from getting rid of Ja and all those guys, Jared Jackson Jr. Chicago Bulls they've been using their draft picks, but they looking like they on the up and up now too, because they do have a couple of good players. So NBA looking more exciting, like to your point, it definitely looking more exciting and looking like we gonna have a lot of talent in the league that we can watch. Because I ain't watching no Utah Jazz games if they ain't got no good players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Washington Wizards, it's hard to watch those games. But now it'll be a little easier because we do got some talent in there, and you kind of want to see what these guys can do.
Yeah. But also, there's been some paydays on this off season. I know Wemby just got paid some big money, and it looks like he even declined a little bit of money, so they can hopefully bring some people over there with the alien and see if they can put some things together down there in San Antonio and make a run back to the NBA Finals. But we'll see what that ends up doing. But Wemby definitely got a payday. He definitely got 200 some odd million.
252. 5 years, 252.
And this brings the point back up to me talking about paydays, and it got me mad again. How in the hell did AR-15 pull out that same kind of contract? He got the same kind of contract as Wemby. Come on, man.
Yeah, Wemby did get the extra year. He didn't get the 5th year. He got a 4-year, $141 million deal. So about $100 million less, but 1 year less. And you're right. On the same pay scale, bruh, he should not. If you got to pay that man that much, we talked about it, bruh. And I like AR, like you said too, bruh. I like him, but I'm not paying him that much. When Wemby getting paid, like, come on, bro. It don't make sense.
Yeah, so that's pretty surprising. That's still a head scratcher, and I think the Lakers is definitely gonna pay for that in these upcoming seasons, paying that man that much money. They're gonna have to end up eating that contract, man. Like they're gonna end up Paul George and AR, in my opinion, but I could be wrong.
With all the moves that's been made this offseason, and we didn't even talk about, which we got to dive into when we get more information. Kawhi Leonard, that trade is on hold, which that messes up a lot of other trades too, because these guys are trying to, of course, all the stars are signing early, so you can fill out the rest of your roster later, right? But with guys like LeBron holding their decision out and Kawhi trade on hold, a lot of this is in the air, bro. A lot of this is still in the air.
I wonder what that all comes down to with this Kawhi thing. I forgot all about that, man. I'm sure you brought that up, because the whole thing when they were paying them out in some way that it wouldn't affect the salary cap. They was paying them through that tree company or whatever that was. Does that have? Do you think that has anything to do with this trade or?
Definitely. That's why the NBA had to finalize that investigation. They still investigating that, which I think they know the outcome of it, but they trying to get around this Steve Ballmer thing. He's a billionaire, and billionaires don't play by the rules. That's why they didn't want billionaires to be owners of these teams. But now that you let Steve Ballmer in, of course, as soon as he get in there, he make a backdoor deal with Kawhi to pay him an extra $28 million, actually an extra $48 million. And we had heard reports of Kawhi trying to get other teams to pay that, like the Raptors. The Raptors actually told him, when Kawhi won the championship for the Raptors and Uncle Dennis and Kawhi proposed a certain, equity stake in the team and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Raptors went to the NBA and told them, hey, y'all need to be aware of what these guys are asking us to do. And then reportedly, Kawhi and Uncle Dennis went to LA Lakers and Jeannie Buss had to tell them the same thing. Like, no, we can't do that. And supposedly he ended up with the Clippers. And what do you think? The one billionaire, Steve Ballmer, who just threw away $50 million. He said, yeah, I invested that $50 million with those guys, but I didn't know where that money was going. Oh, so you got $50 million, you can just not know where it's going.
Yeah. Don't nobody not know where. I don't care if you got billions of dollars.
They invested in trees.
Not...
They invested in trees, out there in LA. Yeah. Not the trees you that grow.
I think the company was called Aspiration, and that company went straight underwater. Went down soon after. I think it lasted about 2 years. It was a dummy company used to funnel money to Kawhi Leonard, and we talked about this on the show where Pablo Torre, remember he the one ended up coming out and doing the investigation and kind of finding this out because they didn't want this to come out, boy. This is not good for the NBA.
Well, we had a similar situation like this back in the 90s. It was Joe Smith. He had a situation with this with
the Timberwolves. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Timberwolves is about the same thing. So, and
what happened with the Timberwolves? They had to give up first round pick for the first 3 years. The next 3 years, they weren't allowed to sign Joe Smith. He had to go. He ended up having to take a below market deal, and he went to Philadelphia with Iverson. Remember?
Yeah.
And it was just it was a big blow. And Joe Smith talked about that to this day, where we saw him going through it with his wife and things. But he had missed that big payday, and she didn't. I don't know, but the lady had to go get her OnlyFans, so he missed that big payday, and he paying for it later in life. So all these decisions, this shit matter, man. This big money moving, and this could, potentially be $50 million swinging in one direction or the other. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So in other NBA news, what we got? They said they trying to get rid of MPJ, Michael Porter Jr. Now you remember, Michael Porter Jr. is the one whose brother ended up getting banned from the NBA because he was gambling. And remember, Michael Porter Jr. was on a podcast kind of explaining how NBA players could do this, or how, if my friends needed a bag, I could tell them, I'm going to go out in the second quarter and just fake an injury and then, give my friends a bag real quick. And it's like, that was the worst thing he could have did. He was talking hypothetically, but right after that, your brother ended up getting caught for doing exactly what you were doing, what you were describing. So,
what all these NBA players, when it comes to that gambling and all of that, y'all better learn from Terry Rozier and Chauncey and all
Malik Beasley,
Michael B. Yeah. Just leave it alone, bro. You're making millions. I mean, what's going on? I mean, unless you're on the streets getting pressed by the mob or whoever it may be, and I don't get it. It don't make no sense. Why are you risking millions of dollars for a couple $100,000? I mean, do y'all got a gambling addiction? What is it? At the end of the day, it just ain't smart. I mean, it ain't smart. But with Michael Porter Jr., he can hoop, but he's not a number one option. He's just out there in Brooklyn getting his money right now, getting shots up, because Brooklyn ain't about to go nowhere or do nothing. So,
but I think he's on a max contract. Ain't he on a max contract?
Yeah, he on something crazy. So they obviously trying to get rid of him to clear that up and start back over. But I mean, Brooklyn hasn't been smart since since that Barclays Center has been built. They haven't been doing anything really smart
since they used Jay-Z to get that stadium and get all the attention to Brooklyn, and we thought he owned it. Cause that's coming out too here lately. Jay-Z, remember he was talking about he owned the Brooklyn Nets and he was bringing it back to all this and that for the culture and all that. And come to find out he had like 0.5% interest in this shit.
He been lying about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's a small minority owner. So Brooklyn's never really did anything very smart. They went all in on the old Paul Pierce and the Kevin Garnett, and they just the whole time they've been a franchise, they just haven't really done so many smart moves, and I think the Michael Porter Jr. pickup is just another example of that. So they got to clean that contract up, get him out of there, and try to start over, I guess. But for him, you know, he's getting his money over there. But if he wants to actually win and redo what he did in Denver when he won in Denver when he was there, he's gonna have to be a second or third option somewhere. I don't see him being no first option. He can't really shoot the ball. He has that size. He's like, you know, what is he, 6'9", 6'10"?
That motherfucker don't pass. He don't pass the ball at all.
He want to be a one though. He definitely want to be a one.
Exactly.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. But he's like, you know, come off the bench, firepower, or he's like your third option or second option in the starting five.
I say third option. You definitely right. He a fire starter. You know, he can really score the ball, but he don't play real defense to be 6'10", and he don't really pass the ball. Don't make nobody else better. So it's gonna be hard for Brooklyn to get rid of him, bro. Just like what we talked about with the Cavs getting rid of James Harden.
I don't know. Will you swap out James Harden for Michael Porter, and then Bron come back?
Not on that max contract. Not on that max.
Man, they paying these dudes too much money, man.
They can't be just building their team around Bron for the. I mean, they gotta get they keep their pieces that they got. They can't be losing nobody just cause Bron coming. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but will you take 1 or 2 years of LeBron or 4 or 5 years of James Harden?
I'll take 1 or 2 years of LeBron.
Thank you.
Of course, I'll take that Bron situation though. You know what I'm saying? Because James Harden is pretty much done too. You know what I mean? So that's the obvious pick though. You did.
I think I'm probably the only one that probably different from everybody's opinion in here. And I've been saying this since AR got his bread. We cannot get mad at these people for getting their money, bro. They were gonna get the money from somewhere. Just because the Lakers gave him 40+ million, he was gonna get that shit from Detroit. It's the market. It's not them going out there saying, no, I'm worth 40, that's what I want.
Definitely. It's the market.
That's what happened to Cam Thomas. That's why Cam Thomas don't got a bag like that. Because that wasn't his market. Cam Thomas is a second-round pick averaging 25. He don't pass the ball, he don't play defense, but he's a bucket.
Facts.
He's a fucking bucket.
But you're not going to give him no max.
Exactly. You're not going to get him no max. You look at AR. Everybody say he ain't a max player, but he's almost there because he can score the ball and he can make people better. Michael Porter Jr. It ain't his fault that he have a max contract. It was the market. He's a 3-and-D player. He can shoot the ball off a championship team. Where you make your money at? In the playoffs. So, like, I don't get this. I heard the conversation. I couldn't say nothing because I was busy. I heard the conversation that Wemby and Austin Reeves got the same money. Y'all clearly just also said that women took a pay cut. Y'all said women took a pay cut. Austin Reeves is a second-round pick, bro. Like, for him to come from nothing. Now, he wasn't even a second round. He was undrafted.
Yeah, he was undrafted.
For him to come from nothing to averaging 22, 25. Come on, bro. We got to stop saying that he don't.
No, he is good. I don't think nobody was mad at it. I'm saying, and what Noam was saying, I think, is saying that if you give him that and have him on the same team with Luka, bro, it ain't the fact that you giving him that money. It's the fact you giving him that money to be the number 2 to Luka. He don't compliment Luka like that.
I feel that's a Lakers problem. Y'all saying Austin Reeves don't deserve the money. That is a Lakers problem.
The market.
If Austin Reeves wouldn't have got the money from the Lakers, he was going to get that shit from Detroit.
You said it right. It's the market. Okay. LA could have gave him 180. They gave him 141, which is the market. You said it right. But we're saying that market pushing you to not make the best decision for the team. That's what I'm saying.
And what I'm saying, I think the CBA come up in about 2 more years, bro. It's about to be another TV deal. This cap about to go up. They have no control over what people is getting. Like, look at the NFL. Look at the wide receiver. Look at the wide receiver. It's been reported over the last week that wide receivers is now making too much money. They were saying that shit earlier years about the running backs. It's just the market. Like we can't get mad at how this stuff is going and how people doing this money. Now,
Okay, yes, and nobody is mad. You brought up football.
No, what? Okay, so this is my point. If they don't offer these people this money, somebody is going to give it to them. Like we got these small markets that don't got nobody. They got all the cap space, and we got these big teams that got everybody. What these players are going to do? They're going to sign for the money. So you willing to tell me you will keep Luka, and we even Luka would question Austin Reeves that he want Austin Reeves back. Well, Austin Reeves, by what y'all are saying, if Austin Reeves are asking for 40+ million, fuck what Luka is saying. Fuck what the money and all that shit is gonna put my team in a fucking chokehold in about 4 years. So I'm not gonna do it. That is what y'all.
We've been saying it before. We've been saying it even before he came to. It wouldn't even got that point with me. I would have signed and traded him, or I would have traded him last year before I even signed him. It was reports that Jaylen Brown. I would have got rid of him for Jaylen Brown. That's what I would have did. But I ain't saying that would have been the right move either, because would they have gotten you a championship? Not really with the Lakers, but you need somebody to play some damn defense. You can't have two motherfuckers on the court who can't play no fucking defense. Did you see them on the court? We're not saying that Austin Reeves not a good player. Nobody's saying that. And nobody mad at the contract because the market is the market. But when you brought up football, the market was the market when goddamn Oakland Raiders picked Jamarcus Russell, and they had to pay him all that fucking money because that's the market. That's the wrong fucking move. Either way, even if it is the market, that's the wrong fucking move, in my opinion.
And my don't nobody know how that's gonna pan out. Don't nobody know how none of this stuff is gonna pan out. We watched it last year. We already watched them play together. Hey, hold on. What I'm saying, at the time of this man getting this contract, we don't know what his last. What I'm saying, you saying we going off last year. I'm saying before he even got the max contract, we don't know what his future years is going to be. Austin Reeves can fucking turn out to be better than Luka. We don't know.
Anybody can. Jaylen Brown can turn out to be better.
Exactly.
We don't know. We ain't talking about can. When you giving somebody some fucking money, you giving them something off their credentials and shit they already did. When a motherfucker go to a job interview, they ask you what other job you've been at and how much responsibility have you held before. That's what we paying you off for, not the shit that you might turn into. We don't know what the fuck you might turn into.
Yes.
Exactly. Are you gonna be better than what are you gonna be?
Okay, so that y'all. Okay, so by y'all saying that, hold on. Oh, we might be arguing two different things. Let's start there. What is wrong with Austin Reeves getting the 40-something million?
From the Lakers, it didn't make sense. Like I said, from the Lakers' point of view, you hamstringing your team and your salary cap because there's too much for two players who can't play defense.
And y'all just said the same thing about Michael Porter, and Michael Porter's a two-way player. So my thing,
Michael Porter is not no two-way player. Now that's what we differ at. If you saying Michael Porter is a two-way player, I disagree. Hell no.
Okay, so what did he do on Denver? What did Michael Porter do on Denver?
He didn't play no fucking defense.
Yes, he did. He was their defender.
He was not their defender. Hell no.
It was him and Aaron Gordon. It was him and Aaron Gordon.
MPJ was not no defender. I disagree.
We can all say it, but we can't all talk.
He got lent to play defense, but he wasn't. He probably their secondary, primary defender.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he ain't number one defender. I'm saying that he in that role on Denver. In that role on Denver, he was a 3-and-D player, bro.
Yeah, that's what he is. Yeah, 3-and-D.
He is 3-and-D. That's it. 3-and-D. Like that. Y'all just said the man can't correct a shot. He don't pass the ball. He don't do nothing. Dude is 3-and-D. He only can shoot the ball and play defense.
3-and-D don't mean max player. Just because you 3-and-D, ain't a lot of 3-and-D players, nigga.
I never said he was a max player. Obviously, Denver paid him as a max player off what he did in the playoffs. They paid that man off what he did in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, and he probably the best skill on their team, so that's why they gave him the
exactly
number one. You know what I'm saying? So, but now looking at it though, I mean, his money go come with him his money gonna come with him regardless.
It's gonna be hard for them to get off that contract. Like I said, if you think he's a defender, I don't know. We just disagree on that. I don't think he's a defender, but that's neither here nor there. He's not a max player for sure. That we can agree on that, can't we? Because if you pay him max, that means your cap go off. Hold on. Let me talk. You just screamed up to the whole fucking heavens. Can I talk? Can I say this? Your fucking cap is a percentage. So if the max, that's calculated off a percentage of your cap, right? So the max for Luka, that's 35% of your cap right there. Because where he's slotted at, like you said, the money is already slotted. It go by how many years you got in, right? Your bird rights, your bird years. That's why your team, the salary cap is built like why your team can offer more than another team. They can offer that 5th year option, right? So that's what this whole shit is built off of. Percentages. So if your top dude is 35%, you only got so many other percent left, brother. So yeah, now you give him the max. So 70, 65, 60% of your salary cap with 2 players that don't play defense. That's my point in saying all of this. I ain't saying I like Austin Reeves. I'm just saying it don't work. It's not gonna work with this team from what we've seen so far. So go ahead. That's all. That's my point. Not saying that he's not good enough to make this or that. I'm just saying for this team and the situation that I just saw the Lakers in, to let LeBron leave and to give that boy that money.
Or any team. I ain't gonna lie. Like from my perspective, when I say I wouldn't sign him, like whatever they pay him, they pay him. Yeah, and that's what he gonna get. But if I'm in the GM seat, if I'm the Lakers GM, and if it came down to Austin Reeves, I can find a better talent than Austin Reeves for a cheaper price. I'm not paying him no 40-some million. I don't care wherever he is right now, I don't see him even getting better than that. I think this is his peak.
He overachieved to get here. Like you said, he undrafted. He already overachieved. He a good player. He just don't play defense.
He ain't no $40 million player. He ain't no $40 million player though. So,
yeah.
But what like you said, whatever they pay him though, I'm not paying that if I'm the GM. Michael Porter, he the third wheel. I'm not gonna overpay. Even when he was coming out of Denver, I know his history of being hurt. I know his streaks that he go through. He's not really a legitimate number one. Brooklyn overpaid him. If I'm that GM, I'm not offering him no max money just for him to say, yeah, I'm gonna leave Denver, and then I'm still gonna end up being. I'm gonna be losing either way, as we see already. The team losing with him at the head. You know what I'm saying? So look, I scout different though. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you know who stars are. You know what's a star. And he's a third wheel. Austin Reeves, he's not a star, but they paying him like a star. So
they paying him like a superstar.
Well, they paying him like a superstar. They paying him like a franchise player. So when I say they don't deserve it, I mean they don't deserve that money, or I wouldn't pay them that money. I'm looking at the type of player that they are. I ain't looking at you know what I'm saying, the stuff the organization is looking at. The organization gotta be paying this money and things.
Well, I look at
squad. Two perspective talk. What on a losing squad? That's not a star, man.
Somebody, two perspectives said he was averaging 26 before he got injured.
Shit, and losing.
We understand that. I'm like I said again.
My thing was because when Austin Reeves first got his money, this have already been a conversation. I said, but I agree with you, Rod. I mean, for the fucking two defensiveless fucking players, that is a lot of money. That's why I was bagging up the Walker Kessler pickup. Like they had to do that because they don't got no defense. My thing in that conversation back when Austin Reeves got his money, for the GMs that's in here, if you don't pick up Austin Reeves and let him leave, who are you picking up?
They shouldn't have got to that point in the first place. They should have been trading him for Giannis.
That's not the point, Rod. We got to talk about what happened. We got to talk about what happened.
Okay.
We got to talk about what happened. What happened was That man was a free agent. He was about to leave on a max contract, so they had to pay him. If you the GM and y'all just said y'all not giving him the money, who are you trading him for, or who are you picking up? Because it is nuance to this to the CBA. Like they have to pick up certain players and got to spend a certain amount of money in the free agent. They cannot just sit on a whole bunch of cap space. You can't do that. You have to spend an X amount of money.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. We talked about that. That's gonna change the whole fucking game too.
Exactly.
But yeah, so the money gotta get spent.
They have to spend this money. They can't just sit.
The money gotta get spent. Yes. But listen, 40 million a year for him or 20 million for two others is what we weighing it against. Probably you might not get the same scoring from one other player, but two players for 40, I can split that up. I probably can get three. Shit.
You might not get the same scoring, but I guarantee you'll have better perimeter defense. Picking up two players for 20. I agree with that.
So that's the trade off, or if so that's the move that could be made. I'm just saying, I don't know.
Eno said 26 points per game is a stop. So they had like 50.
It is.
He's talking about Austin.
I like Austin Reeves, but why you got Luka not gonna play defense? Well, put both of their ass in the goddamn defense clinic. Both of them need to be their ass in perimeter defense, like on 2K when you go to training camp. They need to be at training camp for perimeter defense. Both of them. You do got Walker Kessler.
I don't think that's gonna change.
Kessler said, Eno said Kessler wasn't overpaid, and why get Grimes?
Like they don't play defense. That's why it was up the Walker Kessler thing. My thing was, shit, who are y'all going to pick up if y'all let Austin go?
I would have tried to get Jaylen Brown.
Who's on the board? I would have tried to see who's on the board, and
I tried to get Jaylen Brown and bring LeBron back.
After the fact. That happened after the fact. We can't include Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown happened after the fact. We got to talk about at that time.
Hold on. Honestly, Jaylen Brown ain't been in shit the whole fucking time.
They've been knowing that Jaylen was going to be up there.
Jaylen ain't been in shit for 2 years.
I'm the one bringing to y'all that said if I was the Lakers, I would have did a sign and trade with Jaylen Brown and Austin Reeves and gave them the first round picks.
Yeah,
I the one that said that. So
I agree with that.
But we have to think about shit. Yes, they have been in talks, but also the talks was they wanted 3 first round picks. The very first conversation when Jaylen Brown came out was they wanted 3 to 4 first round picks. Yeah. With the Lakers having that in mind, I'm not giving up 3 to 4 first round picks for Jaylen Brown, which I still feel is stupid because you gave that shit up for Walker Kessler.
Yeah. But I think now that center position, I think that was the priority though, no cap. And
exactly.
I get that. I get that part. That was the priority for the last few years for the Lakers is to get that center locked down, young, on a good contract. So Walker Kessler, I don't disagree with that, but there were other moves to be making. Think about it. You had to lose Rui Hachimura, you lost Marcus Smart, you lost just everybody basically. So, and then Allen saying Quentin Grimes and Colin Sexton, he didn't like those 2 moves. I didn't think it was too bad, but it was a lot of money.
I didn't like the Quentin Grimes move because I thought there was too much money. The Colin Sexton's on a 2-year what? 2 year what?
19. 2 year 19. Not bad.
That's 8 a year. That ain't bad. But when we talk about Quentin Grimes making 3 years 60, that's different. See, the money that they gave Quentin Grimes, that what Rui wanted.
They could have got Rui. That shit crazy. Ain't no way they should have let Rui go.
And then hold on, let's go back to y'all point. All of this stuff goes out what happened in the playoffs. Rui was shooting over 65% in the playoffs. I don't see why they didn't bring him back.
I don't know. It seemed like the Lakers made a whole lot of bad decisions.
Like I said, the Lakers and the Celtics became a fucking joke over the course of real quick.
Rob Pelinka.
Yeah.
They messing up both of these historic franchises.
At least that's what it's looking like with the moves they've made. I mean, they just don't look like power moves, in my opinion, going into next season with all of these teams, these rookies, everybody's powering up. Those moves, I mean, they're bad. Like you saying, boss man. I mean, Celtics let go Jaylen Brown right down the street, and the Lakers giving away money to players I don't think are going to equip them to have a key position in the West. But we'll see.
Yeah, hey, like them boys strips. But hey, we got the no tanking rule. So the Lakers and the Celtics is about to tank without actually trying to tank. So they ain't finna win shit.
Well,
I think they will perform well in the season. I think they'll perform well. I mean, they might make the play in for say. I think both of them probably could make play in.
As Allen said, the Lakers had 50 wins this season. They might not have that next season.
Yeah,
no, hell no. Like the Lakers might be under the cap next year.
That's what I'm saying. They might
they might be under the cap because you got to think of like them your three max players. You got Walker Kessler, Austin Reed, and Luka. You can't have more than 3 max players. So I mean your mid-level exception that went to Quentin Grimes. So they really can't sign nothing but vet minimum players.
Yeah. And you done made the Clippers better by giving them Rui and for cheap. And you made the Houston Rockets better. Because think about it, the Houston Rockets would have beat the Lakers if they had a point guard this year. Now you gave them your point guard, your combo guard, Marcus Smart, plus your best perimeter defender. So yeah, now Houston they can afford to get rid of KD. They can afford to get rid of KD. For real.
Don't send him to Detroit. Don't send KD to wherever he want to go. They should have never broke that young squad up. But
yeah, we were speaking on that too about him wanting to go to Detroit and his interview he did a couple weeks back, speaking on how him going to Golden State wasn't it wasn't just a guarantee they were going to win and all of this. I'm just not feeling KD in the way that he's approached the end of his career and the way that he just be saying certain things and everything. Like, man, just be honest. You know that you basically everywhere you went, you haven't really been the so-called leader of any team. You needed Golden State to win those rings because you wasn't going to do it with Westbrook. And you could still score the ball. You're one of the greatest scorers of all time, but you just not really a benefit to any teams when it comes to trying to go win a championship, in my opinion, because everything gets centered around KD in the wrong ways. Like, I think Westbrook and him were a perfect pairing, and he had a great connection with Golden State for obvious reasons. I mean, they was offensive juggernauts, 3-point kings. Like, they obviously, it was a reason, for him to go to Golden State to win those rings. He knew he could do it there. But for you to get in the media and act like it was nothing that you go there, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know they games. I didn't really know all this." Bro, you literally got put out by him. And then
he is a clown, bro.
So that kind of just rubbed me wrong with KD, how great of a player he is and how much of a legend in the game he is. But the ending of his career right now, to me, is just kind of like, I don't know. It's not. It could be a little bit, it could be a little bit more cleaner. Yeah.
You definitely said it right.
But KD, he show you how emotional or really emotionally unstable he really is when the stuff come out. It's like, that can't be true, because I thought that was totally untrue about that burner account. I'm like, ain't no way. And to find out that was true twice, like, he had multiple burner accounts. And
I already didn't have much respect for him after that Warriors thing that he did, but I really lost all respect for him.
And like Noam said, just be honest, dude.
Yeah. Like, why are you trying to make yourself look so, great, like so untouchable? And like, bro, you're not. You had a great career. You obviously like one of the best scorers of all time. You got a great career, but you just aren't the the best of the best when it comes to finishing games and become, you know, and like being that champion that everybody looks at as, you know, so awesome. But don't get me wrong, you got a lot of people that look at your game and want to emulate your game. Don't get me wrong, a lot of these kids look up to your game and want to play just like you. But in the sense of like the top 5, top 10, he you could say it, but he's just not in mine. You know what I mean?
He's not in mine.
He's not in mine, but it's more so not even like it's more so the stuff outside of the court.
His personality personality is trash.
The court almost in a way. You know what I mean? It's like just like this latest stuff he's done, it's just not respectable to me. It's like, come on, bro. Don't try to play the fans and play other NBA, you play your other NBA players that are around you.
Try to change the narrative.
Yeah, try to change the narrative. Like they don't know that, you went there, or imagine you in a room with Steph and Draymond or Clay and you said that. They would like, and they put the camera on them and you said the stuff you said. They'd probably be looking like, what? Like, that don't make no sense, bro. You ain't making no sense. Like, come on now. You came over here to get these rings, so yeah, I like my players just straight up, bro. Like, take your wins, take your losses, the same kind of type thing.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Yes, RP.
Hey man, appreciate everybody for the comments. Watch out, hit the like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. So like.
Let's go. Welcome in. This is the place for the people who lead, for the people who build. From city halls to the block, from the huddle to the stage. We talk politics, we talk power moves, we talk community first, and what the numbers prove. If it moves the world, if it shakes the room, if it changes the game, you know what to do. The Game Changers Podcast.